There are about 3 million guinea pigs worldwide, so obviously our piggies are in no danger of extinction. However, the guinea pig species we'll be talking about today makes up just 0.0013% of the whole potato-shaped furball population. With only 24 to 60 of these piggies left, they're one of the rarest species on the planet. Meet the Santa Catarina's guinea pig. But why are there only a few of them left? What is their diet and behavior like? Where the heck do they live? And how do they compare to the common domesticated guinea pig breed? Spoiler alert, the answers are very interesting. Even more so than the giant guinea pigs I talked about in the previous video. Welcome back to the Icy Cinnamon channel, where you'll find videos of everything guinea pig related. You guys voted for this topic, and I am here to deliver. I spent 3 weeks researching and dived into a rabbit hole because this guinea pig species is so fascinating. At one point I had to Google translate some Portuguese articles to get more information, and I spent a bunch of time trying to figure out how to present this info to you guys. So this video is going to be the deepest dive into Santa Catarina's guinea pigs on YouTube. Well, in English at least. And before we get into it, one last thing. As usual, the article version with more info, all the sources, and other links are in the description. Now let's dive in. In 5000 BC, in the Andes Mountains of South America, there lived wild guinea pigs. People living in the Andes back then noticed these little animals and started thinking, hey, maybe these piggies could be useful as a food source. That was how the story of guinea pig domestication began. Fast forward more than 7,000 years later, these potato-shaped furballs, now with the scientific name of Cavia porcellus, came in a lot of different colors, fur types, and breeds. They're more gentle too. What you didn't know is, around 8,000 years ago, when the guinea pigs were still going wild and not relying on their human slaves to feed them 3-course meals, plus snacks, plus cuddles, plus free cleaning services, you can relate. There was a piece of land, one with gigantic rocks and grassland. It was humid with hot summers and rainfall all throughout the year with the average temperature of 21 degrees. A group of guinea pigs were there living life. Then the sea levels started rising, and slowly the group of guinea pigs became stuck on that land, now an island. The Moleks-Dusu archipelago was located 8.25 kilometers or 6.2 miles southeast of the nearest point of the much larger Santa Catarina island, and 14 kilometers from the adjacent continent at Santa Catarina state, southern Brazil. And for those who don't know what an archipelago is, which I didn't either, it's a sea or stretch of water containing many islands, and in this case, there were 3 small ones. Over time, this group of guinea pigs were on their evolutionary path for at least 3,000 years before humans started domesticating guinea pigs elsewhere. Because of the isolation, Santa Catarina's guinea pigs were a little different from the piggies that we have in our home. And you know when they were officially recognized? In 1999. No kidding. Brazilian biologist Dr. Carlos Henry Salvador, I might be pronouncing that wrong, and his team made the discovery based on examining 20 skulls and 9 skins collecting from the island. This species showed some unique characteristics and distinguished it from other Brazilian species of guinea pigs. And because of where the team of scientists found them, they named this species of guinea pig Moleks-Dusu cavi, aka Santa Catarina's guinea pig. But what exactly do they look like, and how do they compare to our piggies? Let's start off with their size. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs' bodies are the length of 27.5 to 31 centimeters long, or about 10.5 inches to 1 foot. That's quite bigger than our piggies, and I'll tell you why later. On the other hand, they're actually lighter, with an average weight of 495 to 680 grams, or 1.1 to 1.5 pounds. Now, even though different guinea pig breeds have a slightly different range of healthy weight, this is a pretty big difference. For reference, here's a weight-grown chart from KV on domesticated male and female guinea pigs. The color and size of Santa Catarina guinea pigs are between the Brazilian guinea pig and the greater guinea pig. They're in shades of brown or gray and are supported by short limbs. These piggies have coarse, long fur, which is particularly prominent around the neck, but they don't have much fur on their ears. And fun fact, unlike other cavies and animals where the male guinea pigs are typically larger, Santa Catarina's guinea pigs show a lack of sexual dimorphism, meaning the male and females are similar in size, and this becomes even more fascinating later. But let's circle back to their size. Why are they larger but lighter? Well, this relates to their isolation from other piggies. Can you imagine knowing that your ancestors were separated from your friends and relatives, and now the majority of your species are chunkier, smaller, and live in modern societies? Anyway, these guinea pigs have developed unique characteristics due to something called island syndrome. I know it sounds wonky, but let me explain. According to an article from the University of Cape Town, the phenomenon means organisms on islands often exhibit convergent evolution on a wide suite of traits, which are together termed the island syndrome. These common evolutionary outcomes are linked to the isolation, small size, and stable climate associated with the oceanic islands. And according to the Pearson textbook of general biology, many species of animals on islands are larger than related species on the mainland. Scientists hypothesize that this phenomenon, called island gigantism, evolved in response of the scarcity of competitors and predators on islands. Reduced competition and predation allow species to exploit more resources and frees them from the need to hide in small refuges. So that's most of why Santa Catarina's guinea pigs became a new species. Now let's move on. So at the beginning of this video, we learned that Santa Catarina's guinea pigs are pretty rare, and you've probably seen in the thumbnail that there are only 24 to 60 of them in the world, and unfortunately, their tiny population is on a decline. But let's put that in perspective. 24 to 60 people can fit in a classroom, depending on the school. Just imagine the students in a classroom and a teacher goes, well, that's our species' entire population now. In 1999, when they were first discovered, there were no more than 60 of them. From 2004 to 2005, no more than 50. In 2021, about 40 of these piggies were left. We'll be going into why their population is declining and what people are doing in a bit. But Santa Catarina's guinea pigs have been and still are qualified in Category D, listed as critically endangered from the IUCN Red List, meaning they're facing an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. This status indicates that the species is in immediate danger of disappearing from the wild if no action is taken to conserve it. And according to the Santa Catarina Environmental Institute, they're among the 20 most endangered small mammals in the world, and also has the world's smallest geographical distribution for a mammal globally. As we discussed, we're talking about wild guinea pigs who live on a freaking island. But do you know how small the population of these are centered? The total surface area of the island is just 10.5 hectares, or 26 acres. Within this already confined area, the guinea pigs occupy a mere 4 hectares, or 9.9 acres, making their distribution incredibly confined and restricted. To put it in perspective, if you were to walk the perimeter of their entire habitat, you'd circle back to a starting point in just 9.6 minutes. Now, there are different types of grasses and bushes on the island. Not a lot of veggies and stuff because it's a grassland, but they do make good use of the available grasses. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs mainly eat 2 different grasses. Paspalum vaginatum is a species of grass known by many names, including seashore paspalum, biscuit grass, and saltwater couch. They're commonly used on golf courses because of their attractive look. The other is Cinnatephrum secundatum, or St. Augustine grass, also known as buffalo turf in Australia and buffalo grass in South Africa. It's commonly used as a pasture grass and also grown as a lawn. This plant is heat tolerant and mildly drought tolerant. The piggies use Cortaderia siluana, common pepes grass, for protection and shelter. It is pretty big, and also for Benia, aka crown beard. And fun fact, they were used in traditional medicine for treatment of wounds and burns. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs behave like most wild guinea pigs. You know, they dig burrows, most active in twilight hours, which means between sunrise and after sunset. They're not migratory and stay within their native home ranges all year round. It's quite interesting that wild domesticated guinea pigs typically have a ratio of 1 male and 2 females, which helps minimize aggression towards males. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs mainly have an equal male to female ratio. Adding to that, both male and female piggies on the island have similarly sized home ranges, unlike other guinea pig species where male guinea pigs often occupy larger territories. From the studies of their home ranges, scientists also found out that the dynamics of communication and socialization might be more balanced or equal between the sexes. This could mean that there may be less competition over territory or resources related to the territory size. It might also imply that interactions between males and females could be more symmetrical compared to species where males dominate larger territories. Oh, and there's more. Between 2008 and 2009, scientists went on 4 field trips to the island, each lasting 10 days. There, they collected and analyzed nearly 350 sound files of 38 individual Santa Catarina's guinea pigs. They found all the 12 sounds that wild and domesticated cabbies make. And there, they also found a new sound the piggies make that they hadn't noticed. noticed, a peep sound. It's a courtship call that they make while mating. Sadly, I couldn't find any footage of it. The study also shows that these sounds haven't needed to change much over time because their way of life and social structure hasn't changed a lot. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs are polygynandrous and polygamous, meaning both males and females have multiple mating partners. Breeding can happen year-round. Usually most mother guinea pigs' gestation period, or the process or period of developing inside the womb between conception and birth, takes 59 to 72 days. Santa Catarina's guinea pigs' gestation period is approximately 60 days. They also have a low reproductive rate compared to common guinea pigs. Usually their litters are 1 to 2 pups, and they're weaned at around 30 days old. For those who don't know what weaning is, it's basically the time when the baby piggy doesn't have to depend on their mother's nursing anymore. 30 days on average is a pretty low maturation rate compared to other species because domestic guinea pigs typically wean at around 21 days old. And fun fact, Santa Catarina's guinea pig babies can experience the highest ratio of offspring's average mass of the mother's average mass, up to 24%. The lifespan of these guinea pigs hasn't been fully studied yet though. We know that their lifespan is shorter than domesticated guinea pigs, but the maximum age recorded by researchers was only 363 days, which is shorter than an average wild guinea pig. That being said, there's not enough data to really determine how long they can live up to. Now, besides the possible shorter lifespan and lower number of offspring, there are quite a lot of reasons why the Santa Catarina's guinea pig population is so small and still declining. So let's go through them together. And the first one, surprise, surprise, humans. Even though Moloki's Tusu Island is part of the Serra do Tabuleiro State Park, there is no enforcement against hunting or trapping the guinea pigs. The island isn't restricted and regulations aren't enforced, which makes the species vulnerable to hunting. Adding to that, fishermen sometimes access the island illegally and stay overnight. The presence of humans, even temporarily, can disturb the guinea pigs and their habitat. Remember, they're wild guinea pigs. This quote from biologist Carlos Salvador points out, "The biggest threat to the cabbies is the improper use of the island. For example, unauthorized people who set up camps and make bonfires. This can cause fires and destroy the vegetation. They can also bring a predator, such as a dog or a cat, a competitor, such as a rabbit or a goat. They can bring cabby disease." You can probably guess the next one. Natural disasters. Fires and rising sea levels are a big threat to Santa Catarina's guinea pigs. Because the island is so small and their population is limited, there's hardly anywhere for them to run or recover if something like that happens. Now this one's interesting. Study shows that Santa Catarina's guinea pigs have a higher number of lice per individual compared to other guinea pig species, with an average of 33 lice per guinea pig compared to 29.1 in domesticated guinea pigs. That's most likely because of the high population density. So if a new pathogen is introduced to the Santa Catarina's guinea pigs, it could wipe out the entire population because they have no prior exposure to that bacteria or virus. Another risk is the food source. Like we talked about before, they only eat 2 types of grasses. While the island currently offers a good supply of food for the guinea pigs, their feeding habits have led to the overexploitation of certain grasses within their feeding grounds, and reducing the height of the grasses from 50 centimeters to 5 centimeters. It's not a problem at all right now, but if Santa Catarina's guinea pigs' population increases, there might not be enough food. Lastly, another thing that you guys might be wondering about is predators. And good news, sure, there are raptors on the island that can be a threat to the piggies, but that's about it. What are people doing to save these piggies? I mean, they can go extinct in literally 1 minute, and their population has been this small for centuries. Welcome to the last section of this video, the conservation methods. Now, usually when a species is critically endangered, one of the main steps scientists take is to plan and make a conservation area for them. And to quote Carlos Salvador again, we didn't need to create a conservation unit for the species because it already lives in a conservation unit. But sadly, there are still a few problems, like some humans disturbing the piggies. Even though the Small Mammal Specialist Group, SMSG, has put several action plans to protect them, Moloki's Tusa Island is part of Serra do Tabuleiro State Park, which gives some level of protection. Some threats to the conservation can't be stopped due to legal protection. However, SMSG and the Santa Catarina State Environmental Institute, who also did the surveys of the guinea pigs' population and all that stuff 2 decades ago, started multiple campaigns and action plans in 2018. The videos that are shown of the piggies in this video are also captured by the non-profit. In 2021, they set up 15 cameras to monitor their population size, distribution, behaviors, feeding areas, and things like that. According to the State Conservation Action Plan for the species, images of the island and the cavies will be taken and received in real time by a responsible office. This project was funded by a Greensboro Science Center grant. Not only that, the nonprofit also gives presentations to the schools near the area and teach about these piggies, how critically endangered they are, and so on. There are 41 participants and 18 institutions that are directly related to conserving Santa Catarina's guinea pigs, so I'd say Brazil is doing a good job. I'll link the donations page to support monitoring, researching, and raising awareness about Santa Catarina's guinea pigs in the description if you want to check it out. Congratulations, you've watched till the end. What do you guys think? Do you think Santa Catarina's guinea pig population will slowly grow with the campaigns and efforts of the organization? Or do you think they'll go extinct? I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Like I said, I put a lot of effort into this video, so please consider giving it a like, subscribe, or watch another video. By the way, I want to invite you to our Potato Piggies post newsletter. It's free, you'll get resources, interesting facts, memes, and videos about guinea pigs to your inbox twice a month. It's also linked in the pinned comment and description. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!